I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Greetings, everybody. Wow, what a second game we saw there. Spoon was the only one on the show that had the Yankees. We all had the Blue Jays. But me and Trevor did have the Mariners in the first one. We're getting down to it here. We've got 4 games tomorrow, and then will this be the last day that we have 4 baseball games? I believe this is the last day, right? After this, we'll never see 4 games on the same day again, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so, duh, it has to be. So this is the last time we're going to have 4 baseball games on the same day. So the last full day of baseball here. We got teams facing elimination, obviously. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And we'll start with Seattle, Detroit. Seattle gets the win today and moves to 2-1 in the series. So the Tigers are facing elimination. And the man they call upon to save their season is none other than Casey Mize, former first overall pick in the MLB draft. 2-time Tommy John surgery award winner. I was trying to think of an intro to give him. So Spoon, the Tiger season is on the line. They turn to their former number 1 overall pick, Casey Mize. Does he answer the call?
I think he does. I mean, you got Bryce Miller starting on the road. This is going to be the biggest start of Miller's young career. Detroit's been able to swing the bat a little bit better at home. Seattle clearly has the better lineup at this point, but I mean, Casey Mize clearly has the pedigree for this. First overall pick in the draft. He's pitched in tons of big games in his life. I think this is a really good start for him. Kind of went back and forth, but I think minus 120 is a very fair price. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
TV Jones, do you agree with that?
I don't really. Seattle's offense has been cooking. Detroit, they managed to string a little something together in the 9th because Ferguson couldn't throw a strike if his life depended on it. But other than that, I mean, their offense hasn't looked impressive at all, and Seattle has. Casey Mize has given up 2, 3, 3, 2, and his last 4, along with 4 home runs, 4 walks. And do the math here, 12, 16, 22 hits in those 4 games. So, I mean, he's given up contact and given up runs. You got wind blowing out 12 miles an hour tomorrow. Bryce Miller on the road, he can't get hit up. I kind of like this over 8.5 more than I do Seattle on the side, just because that price kind of scares me. But I think Seattle can score, and I think Bryce Miller will give up a couple. And given we have wind blowing out during the day, I know it'll be a little chilly. It's not 80 degrees no more here in the Midwest. It's starting to chill down. So I still don't care. We saw what happened in New York. You can still score runs. So give me the over, wind blowing out, a Seattle offense that can get this there themselves, which they showed tonight. But if Detroit, chips in 3 runs or so, I think we're in good condition, at least 3-4 runs.
3-4 runs. Damn. We got to win the game. I was leaning Seattle also. Toast?
It would be over for me. Couple things. They talked about Bryce Miller at home and on the road. It's been the road has been a problem for him for a while. He's been terrible at home and on the road this year, but last year 196 ERA at home, 407 on the road. I'm not going to go through the whips and stuff, but it's just as bad. 2023, same type of situation. A 365 ERA at home, an ERA north of 5 on the road. So at no point in his career has he really been trustworthy on the road. So I do think that it's capable, that the Tigers should be capable of scoring a couple runs off of him. That's why I like the over more. But I also don't know how long you're going to see Bryce Miller in this game. I mean, if he goes 6 innings, or 5 or 6 innings, I'd be really, really shocked. But my point to that is I don't know, excuse me, who's going to come in after him if Detroit does get to him. I know that it's a elimination game and whatnot, but you have Munoz, Brash, and Bizzardo, all three of the last 4 days. I'm not saying that they're not going to be available. I mean, it's the playoffs, but I mean, seeing these guys 3 times in the last 4 games, I do think that still gives the Tigers an edge a little bit. We've seen Brash give up runs as well. We saw the Tigers score in the bottom of the 9th here tonight. I have no problem with Detroit the Seattle offense getting to Casey Mize. He's just been average. Also, the lineups that he's faced hasn't been like super great, but this is going to be the 3rd time that Seattle's faced him this year. He pitched really well in Seattle, but he didn't pitch well against them at home earlier this year. He also didn't pitch well at home against them at his earlier career start against them as well. So I just think that we see some runs here tomorrow, especially with the bullpen situation. The Tigers bullpen is fine. But I kind of agree with Trevor on as far as the Seattle offense is kind of rolling right now. I think that after those first couple games, I think they're finally starting to roll right now. So, especially when Cal Raleigh's hitting home runs and stuff. So it would only be over 8.5 for me.
Spoon, did you bet it's all about -170, -176? I know you're saying you like the Yankees. I was saying that might be time sensitive for you to get that down, by the way. I'm watching it shoot up. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, but yeah, go for it.
I'm on TV Jones' side again. I agree. Been agreeing with TV Jones a lot. I think I said yesterday I like Jack Flaherty better at home. I like the Tigers' bats better at home, and that's all true. But the price is just too thin. Seattle's a significantly better baseball team and has been for 2 or 3 months. So yeah, it'll be the Mariners for me.
No, I mean, another case for the over.
Detroit, by the way, just for the record.
Oh, you're not betting Detroit? Okay.
No, just the over. I have nothing to do with Detroit.
Got it.
Another case for the over quick. Bryce Miller last 30 versus lefties, 503 xFIP, a 953 ERA, 13% strikeout, and then a 48% hard hit, 13% barrel. And then there's going to be 5 lefties for Detroit. Casey Mize, 9% barrel, 45% hard hit, 499 expected ERA, and a 425 xFIP. I think runs are definitely had here tomorrow.
And if you like Seattle, you might want to bet it now because now I'm watching and I'm seeing 105 start to pop up for Seattle as well. So you might not be able to get plus money with Seattle for very long.
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one plus 102 left. It looks like
-115. Check this other guy.
Let's move on to the next.
Those will fluctuate, but if you're watching right now, just keep that in mind over the next couple hours.
Well, Cubs Brewers, we're in Wrigley though. Wrigley's energy is going to take one.
Well, they only have this. Then you might as well bet them today because this is their only chance.
And they're going to get the next one too tomorrow also.
Do you see who's starting for the Brewers?
Today, it doesn't matter. They're done.
No, I understand that. I'm saying they're going to have multiple games because they win this one. Cubs up. You with me, Spoon?
I lean Cubs. Quinn Priester had a great second half of the season, great season altogether. But I think now that they're in the playoffs, I think that magical win streak's over. Jameson Taillon's pitched really well here since coming back from injury. I think I can get there with the Cubs, but right now I'm just on the under. I bet it yesterday. I took the under 7. Wind's going to be very pitcher friendly here tomorrow. Both of these teams want this victory. I think all the best bullpen arms are going to be coming out of the pen for both teams. I think runs are going to be really hard to find. Under 7.
TV Jones.
No, I'll let Toast go first.
No, did you see how pissed off people were at the comments?
Yes, that's why I was laughing.
What?
Wait, pissed off about what?
About TV Jones picking the Brewers. Like, what's the point of watching this? You know he's going to pick the Brewers. Like
dude,
what?
Tell me you don't get the show without.
Yeah, right. Like, what are you?
Grab my hand and come along. I'll see you at the window.
I think Kyle said something to this effect in the comments, but if you're trying to find some sharp analysis on the MLB playoffs, you're not going to find it anywhere. These are all coin flips. I went 0-2 today. I mean, I've been terrible all year. It has nothing to do with any of our records on the show. I'm just telling you, every single one of these games. I mean, look at the Toronto game today. I mean, it's not. There's no true handicapping that's going to. I mean, let's get.
I mean, these are going to be some sharp markets, man. We're just gambling, having some fun. TV Jones Cubs.
That's real cute. Don't punch a gift horse in the mouth. It's Quinn Priester Day, the gift that keeps on giving all year long. It's been money. He kicked me in the berries early in the year when I tried fading him because I wasn't a fan. And you know what? I quickly learned that was a dumb move. And If you were sharp like myself, we bet every Quinn Priester day, and it was money, 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 money. It was an ATM. You put in your bet, and then you take out your return because that's all it was all year. And it's not going to stop tomorrow. Wind's blowing in, which obviously not good for long balls. But guess what? The Brewers score, putting the ball in play and not relying on the long ball. Team that scored the most 4+ run innings all year, and we definitely showed that this series. Now we're going to Wrigley, so yeah, long balls are going to be dying, but we play that small ball, and it works. Not to mention, the Cubs have scored 3 or less in 13 straight postseason games. So what offense are you really going to trust to get that done? That pitching staff from Chicago coming in with that bullpen to shut down this lineup? No. Brewers money line sweeping it up in Wrigley. They can go to Cancun tomorrow. They'll be on their flights to wherever the hell they're going.
Toast.
You can put the Cubs up for me. I don't know if I actually bet it. I do think that the Brewers are a significantly better team. I just want to put a little bit of shine on Jameson Taillon because he really had it since the beginning of June. He's really only had 2 bad starts. One of them against this St. Louis team, and one of them, one of them against this Milwaukee team. The other one versus St. Louis. And then he got injured, and then he came back. But ever since he's came back, he's been fantastic. We obviously saw him pitch in the playoffs against the Padres. Not that the Padres offense can hold a candle to this Brewers offense. I'm not trying to make that case, but this will obviously be a big step up in class for him, considering the lineups that he's faced: the Padres, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, the Angels. But he did pitch well against Milwaukee a little less than 2 months ago. So I do think that if he can keep them in the game, that the Cubs can win this game with both of these bullpens being fine. I get it. But I bet the Cubs thinking that Quinn Priester was going to be in the game in game 2. It was just a small bet, but I do think that the Cubs are able to get to a little bit. The wind and the weather, of course, and stupid Wrigley kind of screws everything, but I do think that the Cubs can win. I don't know if I actually bet it.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're into crunch time now. The Cubs are back against the wall at home in front of all those fans and the energy. And this is where a team like Milwaukee, a team that was able to win a bunch of baseball games that might not have that it factor, this is where it comes crumbling down. Are you able to finish it? And I don't think they are. This team never really impressed me all year, and I think this is a Cubs smash, personally.
Just the dumbest shit I've heard all day.
The comments are going to be so good.
He's like,
are we kidding me?
He couldn't even get out a sentence.
I've heard some crazy things in my day.
Statute of limitations, Trevor.
Statute of limitations, bro. Statute of limitations.
All right. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. I'll have a cigar ready and just puffing away, enjoying my trip to the LCS.
In the treehouse?
You betcha.
Is that treehouse fire safe, bro?
Yeah, I got a fire retardant blanket over there.
We're heading out to the Bronx. This series continues on. About an hour and a half ago, it looks like it was not going to do so. But the Yankees come back down 6-1 to win the game outright. The Schlittler man is on the mound coming off a great start against the Red Sox. He pitched the game to finish the Red Sox off, right?
Yes. Went 8 innings, pitched 12 strikeouts, no walks, no runs.
Does that magic carry over here? I know Spoon's on the Yankees because he told us before we went live.
I think it definitely does. Cam's worst start of the season did come against the Toronto Blue Jays. They got some runs off him. As of now, I don't think Toronto has a confirmed starter for tomorrow. I think this is a huge game for Schlittler here. Here in Yankee Stadium under the lights. I expect the Yankees bats to show up one more time. I don't think he's going to come out, give us 8 innings pitched, absolute gem again. But some of these young pitchers, they show up in the playoffs. We've seen it for years. Certain guys just overperform here. And I think when the pressure's on, this kid's going to show up.
Yeah, I kind of like Schlittler to deal too.
What's the wind direction, Trevor? I just pushed the X. I don't want to grab it up.
You're good. Yes, it is going out to right field, the Mickey Mouse short porch.
Wow.
I want to play the over. I don't understand why it's plus 100, to be honest with you.
Because Schlittler,
Wait for the 8.
Schiller's going to deal.
I guess you can put me up for the over. Yeah, he looked really good his last couple starts. There's no question about that. 15 innings, no runs, 21 strikeouts. He's been really, really good. But like Spoon said, Toronto absolutely slaughtered him. And then he looked decent on the road in Toronto earlier. But this is going to be the third time that Toronto's seen this guy. I was looking around on DraftKings. I think the Toronto team's total is going to be set like at 3.5, 130. That's probably what I'm going to do. I know that, but I probably won't. I'll probably end up playing that and the over just because, who's going to pitch for Toronto tomorrow? Let's just call it Eric Lauer just for fun right now, because he's like the one that you would assume they go to as their long reliever. But all these other guys, if Lauer doesn't pitch well, all these other guys have all been either pitched tonight, and it's going to be two of the last 3 days, or worse, or the Yankees have seen them. Like, I just don't see the avenue to where it's a good spot for Toronto. So, I guess if you wanted to play the Yankees, cool, but I'm still not in love with that bullpen with this Toronto offense. So, I think we see runs. I thought it was kind of weird that we're getting 8.5 plus 100, but it would only be over for me.
Trevor, are you going back to the Canadians after cursing them out tonight?
Really want to. I would much rather play plus 130 than lay 160 with this Yankees team. They got lucky. Louis Varland entered the mix, and Schneider was just like, yeah, he's got this. We'll leave him out there this season. Veteran.
Nope, Trevor.
Yes, I watched the game.
So did I, Trevor. I watch every damn game. You can't commit errors like that in the playoff and expect to win baseball games. That's not on anybody else besides the Toronto defense.
True. Barger really screwed the pooch on that one. Just catch the ball, bro. Touche. But, the Red Sox, Blue Jays are still the better team. Congratulations, Yankees offense showed up one time. Toronto's scored 6+ every game of this series. They've been the better team. A series of unfortunate events tonight led to an inexcusable blown game. But if I have to pick a side, it's going to be Toronto. But I'm waiting to see if this 8.5 pops down to 8, and I'm just going to grab the over there. I think Lauer can give it up, and I think Schittler is going to have a little bit of a regression game today. So give me the over 8 if it pops up, and then if I had to play a side, it's going to be Toronto. But I'll be on one of those two tomorrow.
I got a bet for you guys. 1 sec. Let me just get the odds on it.
I'm a Yankee hater too. I just don't know how you bet Toronto on a side and feel confident. Like if you're saying they're going to score runs, cool. But
the odds aren't up for it yet.
They use the bullpen, but guess what? Yankees bullpen is trash too. Toronto's bats have worked the entire series.
They just pitched really well, and the Yankees hit home runs. Like, I don't know.
Toronto doesn't?
I'm not saying they don't, but I think that they had a stranglehold on this series that's up 6-1, and to let that go is going to be it's going to be really hard to put the air back in that balloon. I think that's what I think.
I think the brother activities.
The odds I'm putting on the screen are an estimation of what I think it'll be. I lean the Yankees. I don't know. I don't know if I'll bet the game, but I might put a few dollars on Blue Jays to get shut out. Team total under a half run plus 750 is an estimation of what it'll be. 8.5 total plus 750. I think that's a decent estimation. Blue Jays to pitch a no-no, or the Yankees to pitch a no-no.
If Schittler does it again, he's the greatest postseason pitcher of all time.
I don't even, honestly, it wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't score a run, just because, again, that was a deflating as loss as you can get. Because now they don't have a starter. They don't have a starter now. And if it's tied, now all the momentum's with the Yankees.
Blue Jays, after scoring 6 runs, 3 straight games, Blue Jays lay an egg offensively, blowing the lead. Their balloon's deflated. Let's head out to Dodger Stadium where, you hate to see it. Couldn't happen to a nicer group of people. The fine folks of Philadelphia. You hate to see them down. You hate to see them out. Heart goes out to those folks facing elimination here. Seriously, just couldn't happen to a better, just a more wholesome group of people. Do the Phillies live to see another day, Toast?
I don't know how you make an argument that they do. So it would only be the Dodgers for me. This team. Okay. I just want to say that I know that there's a lot of talk about Dave Roberts and him not using Roki Sasaki in the ninth against Phillies, except for that last batter, obviously. But he just hasn't worked. Sasaki hasn't worked like that in a while, and I think they're really trying to protect him. And I do think that there's parts of Dave Roberts that is going to trust Blake Triton at times, which is probably going to be to his demise. But as far as everybody else is concerned in that bullpen, when we go from Vesia, obviously Roki, and Vesia, and Emmett Sheehan, and Banda, and Kershaw, who's going to be on there, and Jack Dreyer, like all these guys, I'm fine with an inning or so. And honestly, I mean, the way that the Phillies have been the last few games, like it's really hard for me to think that they're going to get to Yamamoto. So I know Yamamoto has been like up and down at times this year for some people, but I continue to say, I honestly think that he's one of, if not the best pitchers, or one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball, just up there with Skubal and Skeens. Like, I don't think there's any argument with that when he's been on. And this guy's been almost untouchable now for a while, and he's racking up strikeouts. His walks are still kind of there, but I think that's just him just trying to be cute. And he's carved up this Phillies lineup once in Philadelphia. I just have a hard time believing that the Phillies are going to get to him. Is there a part of me that feels like we could maybe see a decent vintage Aaron Nola start? Yeah, there was a part of me that thought that. And then I was like, and there was like in that head, because the Phillies have been in the playoffs for so long, that I was like, well, maybe he's just has, maybe he's got some really decent numbers as far as in the postseason. And he doesn't. He really doesn't. And that's the crazy thing, is that, so I don't even really trust Aaron Nola in this big spot. So I know that he pitched one really good game against Minnesota, but I just think that you lay it with the Dodgers here. I mean, Aaron Nola, even in the postseason when they went to the World Series, his last 3 starts, he got absolutely rocked. He pitched well against the Cardinals and Atlanta, and everything else that ever since those starts, he has been getting rocked. So I'm just really not there with Aaron Nola. I'm obviously not there with the Phillies bullpen. It would only be the Dodgers for me. They just continue to pay me out. So
no, this is Phillies all the way. TV Jones.
Muted.
Well said.
Yep, there we go. If I had to pick a side, it would be the Dodgers -1.5, but I'm going to play Yamamoto. Yamamoto over 7.5 strikeouts +108. If you look at last 30 plate appearances versus lefties, he's got a 30% strikeout rate, a 28.5% whiff, and a 14% swinging strike percentage. And then you go to the Phillies, their last 30 versus righties. You got Schwarber, Kepler, Marsh, Bader, all with 30 to 40% strikeout rates. Real Muto at 27% strikeout rate. And then Schwarber, Kepler, Marsh, and Bader all have 28 to 32% chase swings. So Yamamoto, I think, is going to have an absolute day. They'll let him go. He went like 100 and some pitches last time, so maybe they kind of wrangle that in a little bit, but still. At plus money, getting these strikeouts, he's had 7, 7, 10, 10, 10 in his last 5. So Philly been a real strikeout heavy team as of late. Schwarber's like 2 of like 24 in his last postseason at bats. He's been brutal. So a lot of swing and miss on this lineup right now, and I think they leave Yamamoto in a little bit longer just to offset that bullpen and the chance that bullpen blows a game similar to what Toronto did tonight. So I like the Dodgers to sweep it up tomorrow, and I like Yamamoto to absolutely shove.
Spoon, tell them it's Phillies.
I already built the -1 yesterday with the Dodgers. I got it at -110 with it.
You guys don't enjoy a great opportunity, a great wager? Go ahead, be my guest.
I don't think Nola's the guy to back here. Even going back to the minor leagues in his rehab stints, he was getting rocked by minor leaguers. He came back. He's given up multiple runs so many times this season. I think this Dodgers team is going to have him out of this game by the time the 3rd inning is rolling around. There's going to be a ton of arms coming in from Philadelphia. They're going to bring anyone they can to try to extend the season. But you guys touched on it. Yamamoto is one of the best pitchers in baseball at home. Chance to close out the series, get a long rest. This is a Dodgers win.
You know when else Yamamoto was at home? Last year against the Padres in the playoffs. And
First year in the majors.
All right, this is his 2nd year.
I know last year was his first though.
First of all, it's the Phillies against a right-handed pitcher. I don't care who's pitching. They're a threat to go off at any time, that lineup. There's some powerful yeah, they are. a threat to go up against a right-handed pitcher. So I think the Phillies could 100% facing elimination smoke Yamamoto. But Aaron Nola is going to show up, man. This is an experienced vet, been in the situation before. I don't. It's unrealistic to think Aaron Nola pitches a good game in Dodger Stadium, but I think it's realistic that Aaron Nola outpitches Yamamoto in this game. When these two guys come out, Aaron Nola has a better stat line. Give me the Phillies. Plus 146, facing elimination. Not to mention, I don't care if it's 6-0 Dodgers going into the 7th. I'm still live because that bullpen is a joke. So, yeah, plus 146. I will be betting the Philadelphia Phillies. And I will say, just want to say I told you guys so.
I haven't bet the Dodgers yet. I'm not worried about it, but I will say it would be poetic to see like Aaron Nola for 3 or 4 innings and then Walker Buehler to piggyback him and Walker Buehler to pitch 3 or 4 innings and then get a win. That would be cool. But to your guys' point about Yamamoto, yes, he got absolutely rocked by the Padres in his first playoff start. Since then, though, 21 total innings, only 3 runs versus the Padres again, the Mets, the Yankees, and then his last start against Cincinnati. So 1 bad start, 4 very, very good ones.
Do it, Phillies.
Yamamoto's also minus 177 to go, 6+ innings. He's gonna shove it down their throats tomorrow.
Good Lord. So guys, I have a video up where I go through the 2 Wednesday night Conference USA games, a couple of nasty ones. If you want to hear me talk about Conference USA football, there are 2 Wednesday night games, and there's a video uploaded. Be back same time tomorrow. I will be talking football and stuff tomorrow. Got college football, some NFL. So it'll be a long show tomorrow night. Everyone, enjoy your night. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later.
Go Flames.